So hi random people watching this, if you can't read, my name is Caitlin. So you might be wondering why I have wet hair. It's because it never stops raining in this stupid country and I had to walk half an hour home in the rain, and I was just like, when I get home I'm putting on a onesie and forgetting about everything. So that's what I did. But anyway, so this video is gonna be 50 weird psychology tricks or like facts. Yeah, that's just it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, please subscribe to me, because I don't know, just do. Why not? Like, honestly, you're gonna lose nothing from just watching this video and not subscribing to me, but if you do subscribe to me, you get to see my face. You get to see my beautiful face like multiple times in your life, and I just think like that's a real benefit. Yeah. So anyway, I'm actually gonna start the video now. Sorry that took ages to like get all that out. So the first fact is that romantic love is like chemically, like you can't chemically tell the difference between romantic love and a severe obsessive compulsive disorder. So like you have the same chemicals going on in your brain if you are in love and if you have an obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay. So fact number 2 is that there's a rare mental disorder where people can think that they are decomposing, they don't exist, or they're dead. So fact number 3 is that researchers are debating on adding internet addiction to the list of mental disorders. So fact number 4 is that there's a gene that like causes you to be negative all the time. And like I definitely know someone who has that. There is a disorder called Truman syndrome. Yeah, Truman syndrome, where people believe that they're in a reality TV show. Erotomania is a psychological disorder where people believe that famous people are in love with them. 68% of people suffer from phantom vibration syndrome, which is something that causes you to think that your phone is vibrating. And I definitely get this. There is a syndrome called Paris syndrome. It's mainly suffered by Japanese people, and it happens when you go to Paris and it's not what you expected it to be. So the next one is, there's a syndrome called the Jerusalem syndrome. It's a group of psychological phenomena that happens after a trip to Jerusalem in Israel. So the next one is that no one born blind has ever developed schizophrenia. 1 million Japanese men lock themselves away in rooms for years, creating social and health problems. It's a condition called hikikomori. I have no idea how to say that, but you know. So the next one is that Tylenol, this medicine that fixes pain, can also fix psychological pain caused by rejection. Next one is that people with really like weird like initials like PIG or ASS have a shorter life expectancy due to overwhelming stress from childhood bullying. So Harvard did a study that found that sarcasm promotes creativity. The next one is that antidepressant drugs can also, like, as well as suppressing like sexual feelings, they can suppress love. That's so sad. 82% of people that took a survey said that they would be more comfortable walking up to an attractive person if they had their dog with them. Boanthropy, I think that's how you say it, is a psychological disorder where people think they're cows. So the next one is that research shows that if you even think about a plan B, you're less likely to achieve your plan A. So the next psychology fact is that if you ask yourself questions like, will I go for a run today? It's more effective than just like saying, I will go for a run today. So like you need to ask it as a question and it will be more effective that you'll actually do it. More than a third of Europeans have a mental disorder. So the next one is that researchers have found that optimism is a teachable skill and you can actually teach it to yourself. This one is really scary, and it's that our memories can be so easily manipulated that after 3 hours you can be convinced that you committed a crime like murder in your teenage years. Like, people could literally tell you that you murdered someone, and if they tell you it for 3 hours straight, you're gonna believe it. So people who swear more often are more honest than people that don't. So there's this thing called pronoia, and it's the opposite of paranoia, and it's a disorder that makes you think that everyone is secretly plotting your success. There are these people called transabled people who cut off their limbs on purpose to feel more comfortable with their body. So there's this thing called rap rage, and it's the feeling of anger and frustration when you can't get something opened. The IKEA effect is the tendency to place a higher value on things that you've assembled yourself, like tables or something from IKEA, and it's where you, like, I don't know, you label it as more valuable than it is, even if it's like really bad, and it's called the IKEA effect. Research shows that for luxury brands, the more rude the staff are, the more sales they make. So the next one is that narcissistic personality disorder often coexists with depression and anxiety, and that's the only reason that those people ever go to therapy. There's this thing called the high place phenomenon, and it's the sudden urge to jump off a high place like a bridge. Having no friends could be as deadly as smoking, and they researched this in Harvard, and they found out that there's a link between loneliness and blood clotting problems, and you could literally die from a heart attack or a stroke. So there was a study that found that men were more attracted to nice women, but it wasn't the same for women because they liked, like, I don't know, like bad boys. So the next one is called time anxiety, and it occurs when you're really scared of being late or of other people being late. The percentage of Americans that classified themselves as lonely doubled from 20% to 40% since the 1980s. Only 17% of 11 to 38-year-olds have no mental disorder. There's this thing called the Jonah complex, and it's the fear of success. It prevents self-actualization. Dendrophilia is the sexual arousal from trees. Research found that children aged 4 to 6 perform better in boring tasks when they're dressed as Batman. Researchers in Norway made a scale to show Facebook addiction in 2012. So the next one is that 3 out of 4 girls will feel depressed after looking at a magazine for only 3 minutes. Next one is that phobias can be passed down through your DNA, so they could be like, so they're like memories passed down through generations through your DNA. People develop a first impression of you in 1/10 of a second. So the next few are actually like psychology tricks that will, like, you can use them in everyday life. If you like mirror the actions of someone that you're with, it will make them like you more. So like do the same like positions as them, or like nod your head if they're nodding their head, but don't do it like too obviously, just like subtly, and they will like you more. Spend more time with people that you want to be friends with. So like if you want to be friends with someone, be around them more and like make sure they can see you more, because it will get them thinking about you more. So like, I don't know, so there was a study that showed that there was people, and they showed them pictures of people that they would have seen in college and then people that they would have never seen before, and they said that they would be more likely to be friends with the people that they've seen before. So basically just be around people that you want to be friends with, because, I don't know, just because. So the next one is that if you compliment people, they will use those words to describe you if they're talking about you. So the next one is when you meet someone, try and figure out what their eye color is, because if you do that, it will give you like just the right amount of eye contact to the point where it's not weird, but it will be like a good greeting, I guess. So the next one is if you're talking to someone, to use their name in like the right ways, and it will make them feel more important, and it will make them like you more because you just use their name instead of like not using their name. So if you expect to have a fight with someone, sit beside them instead of in front of them, because it makes it harder to argue that way, and it will make them like more inclined to agree with you if they're beside you. So number 49 is that if you think that someone doesn't like you, ask them to do you a small favor, because then they will do it because it's just small, and it will make them think that they like you because they've done a favor for you. So number 50 is that if you want to be remembered during something, try to go first or last, because people remember the start and the end of things, but they usually forget what's in the middle. So if you want to be really memorable in like, I don't know, like an interview or something, or a competition, try to be first or last. So that is all of my psychology tricks and facts. Just so you all know, I'm wearing neon green socks from Pretty Little Thing. Like, that is amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it and subscribe to me, because I'm just great. I think I'm gonna try actually post on Sundays and Wednesdays if I have time. Probably most weeks it will just be Sundays, but I'll do Wednesdays as well. I'm gonna vlog on Christmas Eve and on Christmas, and then I'll do a video of what I got for Christmas, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this anyway, and please come back next time. Bye.